There are a lot of studies that show that the placebo effect is real. Fake treatments can actually make you feel better. Interestingly, they can also make you feel worse. The nocebo effect is also real. Is this all just perception? Is it the power of the mind? Or is there something else going on? Hi, welcome to Productive Introvert Community, where introverts who work from home learn how to have more energy without habits that feel forced or only last 2 weeks. Here's a weird study for you. A group of hotel cleaners were divided into two groups. One group was told that cleaning hotel rooms was good exercise. Doing the work they did every day was enough to satisfy the Surgeon General's recommendation for a healthy lifestyle. The other group didn't get any information. 4 weeks later, the women in the first group lost weight, had less body fat, lower blood pressure, lower body mass index, and a lower waist-to-hip ratio than the other group. The differences were small, but statistically relevant according to the study. This study was an example of the placebo effect, specifically one about perception. Classically, the placebo effect is simply said when your physical or mental health improves after getting a fake treatment. For example, you go see your doctor because you have pain in your stomach, and the doctor doesn't give you an actual drug, but they give you a sugar pill, and your stomach pain goes away. In the Langer study that I just mentioned about the hotel cleaners, they didn't get a treatment per se, but they got information, something that shifted their perception of their lifestyle. In the paper, they suggest that because the mindset of the hotel cleaners changed, that caused their health measurements to improve. Perception matters. There are a lot of studies that show that the placebo effect is real, that perception and fake treatments can actually make you feel better. Anything from drug studies to visualization studies show these kinds of effects. Collectively, we call this the placebo effect. Interestingly, they can also make you feel worse. The nocebo effect is also real. Learning about the side effects of a drug makes it more likely that you'll get those side effects. Even something as imagining that you're going to miss the goal in a game of soccer is going to make you miss more goals. Is this all just perception? Is it the power of the mind? Or is there something else going on here? One of the first examples of the placebo effect is from a medic treating wounded soldiers during World War II. He didn't have pain medication, and wanting to help the wounded soldiers, he gave them a saline solution and told them that it was morphine. The saline solution only had water and salts, but 40% of the soldiers said that it reduced their pain. Since then, studies have shown that up to 70% of people who receive placebo see improvements. Even when people know that they're getting placebo, like when the word placebo is actually written on the bottle of pills that they're taking, up to half of people still see improvements. And it's not just with subjective things like pain that everyone experiences in a different way, and that's typically self-reported. Also, things that can be independently measured change after placebo. For example, heart rate and blood pressure measurements improve in 50% of people who get placebo. And markers, for example, in blood tests, also change, although only in 6% of the cases. But there's more. Trusting your doctor makes it more likely that the medicine that they give you will help. More pills work better than one. Capsules work better than tablets. Injections work better than pills. Elaborate rituals when taking a placebo work better than a simple ritual. Even the color of a pill affects the side effects that you'll get. Blue pills make people feel depressed, and red pills makes them feel stimulated. I don't know about you, but I think this is really interesting. Clearly, there's something going on here, right? For a while, the placebo effect was seen as purely perception. If you believe that something will help you, then it will make you feel better, but it won't cure you. But that's not the whole story. The studies where people knew that they were getting a placebo and still got a positive effect say that there's more going on than just perception. Also, studies that show that biological markers change after placebo suggest that something is actively happening in the body. A great example is a study with people who have Parkinson's disease. When someone has Parkinson's disease, there isn't enough dopamine released in the brain. These people can't control their movements anymore, and they have tremors. In the study, they told patients that they were getting a drug to help with their tremors, but they were actually getting a placebo. They could see that more dopamine was released in the brain of these people, even though they all got placebo. And what's even more fascinating, if they told them that they had a high chance of getting a real drug, 75% or 100% that they would get a real drug, more dopamine was released. If they told them that they had a low chance of getting a real drug, 25 or 50%, they saw no significant change in dopamine. Why does the placebo effect work? There are different theories about why the placebo effect works. Some say that at least part of it is the body's natural healing process. The natural healing process of the body is happening all the time. Every time you catch a cold, your body's immune system turns on to get rid of the cold and get you back to full health. When we're looking at placebo effect, it's hard to say how much of what you're seeing is caused by the pill you took, fake or not, and how much would have happened anyway. Some say it's hard to know if nothing else changed for the people who got placebo treatments. They could have changed other things in their life, adopted new good habits or stopped bad habits, like in the study with the hotel cleaners. Although they said they didn't change any of their habits or routines, who's to say that learning that they already had a healthy, active lifestyle didn't inspire some of them to pick up a spin class or something? Even the ritual of taking a fake pill every day could be seen as a new habit. And some say that the mind-body connection can heal our bodies, that placebos turn on special pathways in the brain and in the body that heal us. We don't know why the placebo effect works exactly, but we do know that it works. What do you think? All in the mind, or is there something more? Subscribe for more podcast chapters like this. In Productive Introvert Community Podcast, I share what I'm researching and what I'm learning on my mission to understand what introverts really need to effectively manage their time, their energy, and to focus on the things that are important to them. We'll talk about everyday examples and how you can create healthy habits that help you to naturally excel in your work and your life. Thank you for hanging out with me, and talk soon.